The Bikini is named after a nuclear bomb test site. Not inspired by, named after. This is episode 33 of Chasing Beauty, and today we're looking at how the most iconic swimsuit in history got its name from an atomic explosion. In the summer of 1946, the United States detonated nuclear bombs on a tiny coral atoll in the Marshall Islands called Bikini. Before the test, 167 people lived there. A Navy officer asked them to leave. Temporarily, he promised, for the good of mankind. Their chief agreed. They decorated their ancestors' graves with flowers, packed their belongings, and left. Then 42,000 military personnel watched as their home was turned into a proving ground. They named the nuclear bomb Gilda, after Rita Hayworth's latest film, the one whose trailer promised she was beautiful, deadly, using all a woman's weapons. And they stuck her photo onto the casing. The whole world was watching, and in Paris, two designers saw an opportunity. Jacques Im went first. He released a new two-piece swimsuit called the Atome, the Atom. He hired a skywriter to scrawl across the French Riviera sky, the world's smallest bathing suit. 3 weeks later, a man named Louis Réard went smaller. Réard wasn't even a fashion designer. He was an automobile engineer who had taken over his mother's lingerie shop. He cut the suit down to 30 square inches of fabric, 4 triangles of nothing. He packaged the fabric in a matchbox. Then he needed someone to wear it. Every professional model in Paris refused. The design was so revealing it could end a career. So Réard hired a nude dancer named Micheline Bernardini to debut it at a poolside beauty pageant. July 5th, 1946, 4 days after the bomb. He named it the Bikini because he said his swimsuit would be just as explosive. The Vatican declared it sinful. Spain and Italy outlawed it on beaches. American cities banned it outright. For almost 2 decades, the Bikini was commercially silent. Im's Atome outsold it everywhere. But Réard understood something Im didn't. Atome is a science word. Bikini is a place the whole world was already talking about, loaded with danger and spectacle and sex. And Réard was betting that eventually the swimsuit would swallow the place whole. By the early 60s, the pill had arrived. Hemlines were rising and an entire generation was reaching for anything the previous one had forbidden. The bikini became the default swimsuit on Earth, a multi-billion-dollar industry built upon a word that used to mean home for 167 people. The US went on to detonate 23 nuclear weapons on their islands. 3 were vaporized entirely. The people of Bikini were relocated to an island 1/6 the size of their previous home. They nearly starved. They were told they could return in 1968. A decade later, they were evacuated again, their bodies full of radiation. So you've probably never heard of the people of Bikini, but you've definitely seen their name.